What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson back once again here in Central North Carolina. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are set up in the shade. I've already had the camera go hot on me. It is so stinking hot out here in June, the end of June, here in Central North Carolina. Thank you for tuning in. I want to give a big shout out to you all. We finally hit 10,000 subscribers, guys. That's incredible. And just whoever Mr. or Mrs. 10K is, hey, thank you so much. Welcome to the channel, to the last 5 or 10, 15 subscribers. Hopefully they're not bots and nobody set me up that way, but just awesome, guys. Never thought this would be possible. It's a big accomplishment for me, and I just want to say thank you off the top of the video here. Have you ever thought about, if I could create the perfect product for my lawn, what would that be? I've never really thought about that, but today we're going to talk about a new product from Yard Mastery called Moisture Max. I think if I created my own product for Central North Carolina, this might be the one that I created. That's how much I'm excited about this. And I've kind of gotten away from making videos about, it's new, buy this. Like, I get tired of it. And I think the audience does as well. We see something new and it's like, oh great, now what do I have to buy to do something? What do I have? And it's like, and that's how, when I first saw this product come across my emails or whatever, it's like, oh my goodness, now what? And then I started doing some research, and then I started looking into this. And we're going to talk about a product that I'm actually excited about and already applied to my lawn. And let me explain that to you. So yesterday, as you guys know, Mr. Blake is still trying to recover from a surgery he had. So I stopped by his house. He had asked me to help him put down some stress blend. I did that for him for his July 4th party that he's excited about and does every year. And then we started, when I got back home after a 3-hour range session, trying to fix a slice in my game that's come out of nowhere. I started here in Thunder, and even though I was so tired and sweaty, I was already dirty and sweaty. I was like, hey, let me go ahead. I need to go ahead and apply my fungicides again. So I grabbed my propiconazole, and I had a new product in the shed. Let me actually go ahead and grab it. I said, let me go ahead. I have a gallon and also have this quart, but I said, let me go ahead and apply my Moisture Max to my lawn. We're going to talk about this here in just a second. So I grabbed my propiconazole, my Moisture Max. I did an application to my entire lawn, and the rain never came. And I was disappointed. And so I took the sprinklers out, and I saw the radar, and I began to do the front yard, which you may be able to hear the sprinkler. I'm doing a little more watering this morning, but I got all the way to about 3/4 of my lawn and then finished this morning. That's right. You heard me right. We're going to talk about, well, if you didn't water it in, Mr. Ferguson, as soon as you put it down, isn't it a waste? That's what Hydretain does. We're going to talk about that here in a second. Before we get into it, Mr. Hain, the lawn care nut, he's got a great 2-minute video, 2-minute and 40-second video, almost 3 minutes, explaining what the purpose of Moisture Max is, what it does, and why he put this together. So instead of me babbling and confusing everybody like I can sometimes do, let's hear it directly from Yard Mastery themselves.
To our brand new Moisture Manager product, it's called Moisture Max, and I'm actually calling this a Moisture Manager plussed up. And the reason it's plussed up is because I got a lot more in it. So you guys know in the past we've used Hydretain. Hydretain works great. What it does is it helps reduce your watering by retaining water in the soil. This does the same thing. The way it does that is through a product called a humectant. We have a humectant in here. And that's where Hydretain is, and that's what Hydretain does, and it works great, but that's where Hydretain ends. With Moisture Max, not only do we have the humectant to sequester the water in the soil, to reduce the watering, or to make the watering that you do go further, we've also included a penetrant. Now what the penetrant does, you could also call it a surfactant. What a penetrant does is it breaks the surface tension of water so that everything you're applying, including the water, can get down through the soil. I actually was out at a golf course with a guy the other day, and he was showing me that in a lot of soils, the top of the soil is hydrophobic and it resists water. That's not just sandy soils, that's in clay soils and everything. You've seen it. The water just beads up on top of the soil. Well, what a penetrant does is it breaks that surface tension of the water so that it can get down through that hydrophobic soil and drag the humectant down with it. So that's why the penetrant is so important. You're also going to talk about watering in this product in a minute. The penetrant helps with that. But the third thing that's in here is sea kelp. I love sea kelp. I put sea kelp in everything that I can. It's a biostimulant. We have 4% sea kelp in here to help drive more roots. The more roots there are, the more moisture can be sequestered, the more moisture can be utilized. And then the final thing that's in here is fulvic. Most of you are going to be applying this in a dry season when your lawn is under stress, and fulvic helps lawns with stress. Now, the thing about watering this in, with Hydretain, remember I used to tell you, wet the lawn first, then spray the Hydretain, then water it in. If it sticks to the grass blades, it won't work. You got to water it in immediately. This product, because it has that penetrant, it gives you some watering forgiveness. You can spray this down and water it in the next day. Because the penetrant's there, nothing's going to stick. It'll pull everything down. Now again, it still needs to be watered in order to do its job, but you don't have to water it in immediately or lose it like you do with Hydretain. With this, you can water it in the next day, so it has that watering forgiveness. And this will cover up to 5,000 square feet. 4-play. This is a major replacement for 4-play, as well as compaction cure and all of those. Yes, this is actually now basically Hydretain plus 4-play in one bottle. Quarts, we got gallons, we got 2.5s.
Now that you've heard Alan give you a very good explanation, one of the things he talked about is, number one, Moisture Max or Hydretain, this is not something that replaces watering. We need to put that out front to all of our newbies, those that have not heard that before. This does not mean you apply a product and you don't have to water your lawn anymore. That product does not exist, guys. And if anybody tells you that, they're incorrect. This product is a tool that assists with the water that does get applied to your lawn. It's going to help it penetrate into your soil. It's going to help it to retain longer and not evaporate. And it's also spiked up with CK, one of my favorite biostimulants. And that's why I love this product. And that's why I said at the top of this video, if I had to design a product, this might be the guy. Now, you guys know here on my channel, I've played around here with Hydretain for 4 to 5 years. I've messed with it. We've tried it. I've said I don't like it. Sometimes I've applied Hydretain and said it's great. I don't want to diss Hydretain, but the number one difference, right off the bat, is that the Moisture Max is $5 cheaper than Hydretain. Plus, the Moisture Max is spiked with CK, and the other added benefit, one of the major reasons I would go with the Moisture Max that excites me, is you don't have to immediately water it in after applying it. I have been outside in rainstorms with this Hydretain, applying it to my whole lawn, because if you don't water in Hydretain immediately after you apply it to your lawn, it can dry on the leaf blade and it becomes ineffective and useless. Now, you do have to water in the Moisture Max, but you have a longer grace period. If that rain doesn't come for 24 hours, it will still water it into the plant. That's incredible. So it's $5 cheaper than this product. You have a longer grace period to get it watered into the soil, and that product is also spiked with CK rather than this. Now, Hydretain and its makers do also make a product called 4-play. And you guys know I bought that 1 year, F-O-U-R, not the other kind of 4-play. We're talking about the lawn care product 4-play. It's Hydretain with biostimulants mixed in that as well. It's pretty expensive. So this is a similar version of 4-play, but it's got much more to it. And so I'm excited about that. So I've already applied it to my lawn, and it's very difficult to show here in Central North Carolina if it works. And you guys know that I've already talked about how we're trying to put our house on the market. We're doing a lot of improvements. We just got our new carpet installed, which was a major hassle, but it looks better. And so we're not doing a lot of crazy tests in my lawn at this time, but I would highly encourage you that if you're going to buy something this drought season and you're in the transition zone, I really do highly encourage you to try this quart out. Buy you a quart, and it comes with it. The hose end part that you hook to your garden hose comes with the product. I've got this. I've started dipping into my gallon product. I bought a gallon and I bought this. I did not get it sent to me free. This is not a sponsored video. I am affiliated with Yard Mastery, but I pick and choose what I want to talk about, and I feel like this is worth talking about. So I'm trying it out for myself. I paid full price for this. I pay full price for the gallon, and I just believe, based on what I'm being told so far, I'm intrigued and I think it's very interesting. So I would encourage you to at least try it out, especially maybe with the hose in section. When you start seeing the dry spots, you begin to apply it to those dry spots. Does the CK begin to do the deeper, thicker roots? Let's talk about that for a second. You guys know last summer I bought some St. Augustine plugs. We did a water, CK, RGS, and I think green pop test. And at the end of that, when we pulled the roots out and we kind of looked at it and washed all the dirt away, the CK test that we did, the roots were actually thicker, wider, longer than the water. There was an actual difference there from adding CK to the St. Augustine plant versus just water. It wasn't massive. and it wasn't major, but there was a difference. You could visually see the roots were longer and the roots were thicker in the bottom of that grass plant. So I'm a believer in CK. I still have CK in my shed, and I still apply CK whenever I'm doing applications of biostimulants to my lawn. I still continue to believe in CK. So that being spiked in, if you're going to go ahead and put CK in your lawn, why not put Moisture Max in your lawn and also try to penetrate water into the dirt? And then also, as another big factor here in North Carolina, when we're out here watering like I am at 10 o'clock in the morning and it's already blazing hot, a lot of this you may be saying, well, that's going to evaporate. That's a waste of time. That's what this product is also intended to do, is not only to help it penetrate through the soil, and we'll talk about that in a second, but once it's in the soil, to when we're watering, to retain it and not let it evaporate and escape so quickly. One of the things Alan talked about, I don't know if this is in his video, but basically water can sit on the surface of soil and it doesn't penetrate, it beads. Similar to hydrate, it helps the water get into the soil so that therefore it can be used by the plant and not evaporate and disappear. So I wanted to keep this short and sweet, but man, I'm actually intrigued and excited about Moisture Max. It is put out by Yard Mastery. It is made in the good old US of A, and I'm putting this out close to 4th of July. I've even got my USA hat on, Mr. Ferguson hat. I'm excited, and it's hot, and I just think that a Hydretain spiked with a biostimulant is a win-win. I'm not telling you that this works and it's going to make your lawn so much better. Cut off your water spigot, guys. We found the miracle product. I'm just telling you I'm excited about it. And if you're intrigued and if you're excited to try this out like me, if you're skeptical, stay tuned. I'm going to give you an honest opinion. Well, guys, honestly, I don't see a difference. I will tell you, after applying it already, now I have put down Stress Blend, but after applying the propiconazole and the Moisture Max last night, there is a shine that seems to come to it probably from this surfactant. It puts a shine on your grass, so automatically it makes it look better. But we'll see about the penetration. Does it last longer? You guys know my bank. I tried to go over my bank a little extra because my bank likes to stress out really quick. However, I've got Bermuda popping up because we didn't do pre-emergent this spring. I've got crabgrass popping up on the side. We'll talk about that later, but I'm excited about this. I would just encourage you to try it, even if it's this little version, and it does cover, this covers 5,000 square feet. If you get the gallon, don't quote me, but I want to say it covers around 21,000 square feet. So try it out. In the description of this video, there's granular links, there's liquid links. I'll link the quart bottle as well as the gallon. Try it out. Let me know. We appreciate you buying it from the Mr. Ferguson Lawn Care channel, and I want to hear what you guys think about it. If you do a comparison, I'll list Hydretain as well down there, because if you want to buy both and do them side by side, I would love to know your thoughts. So let me know. But I'm excited about this, guys. Let me know your comments. Like the video, share it, and we'll see if Moisture Max makes a difference for our lawn here in Central North Carolina in the transition zone this summer. God bless you. We'll see you next time.